Welcome to the City of Quincy Board of License Commissioners meeting on March 22nd, 2022 at 4 p.m. I will read into the record the open meeting law. In accordance with Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021, signed by Governor Charles D. Baker on June 16, 2021, suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, Chapter 30A, Section 20, the Board of License Commissioners will convene via remote conference and services on Tuesday, March 22nd, 2022 at 4 p.m., airing on Quincy Access Television, QATV, channel QATV 9, Government Access. Pursuant to the open meeting law, any person may make an audio or video recording of this public meeting or may transmit the meeting through any medium. Attendees are therefore advised that such recordings or transmissions are being made, whether perceived or unperceived, by those present and are deemed acknowledged and permissible. Sue, could you please call the roll?
Yes. Detective Brown for Chief Keenan tonight.
Present.
Commissioner Castley.
Present.
Director Duca. Chief Jackson.
Present.
Chair Crispo.
Present.
5 members.
So we do have a full board, and I will get right into agenda item number 1. Hearing regarding the request of the Point Webster and Clifford Marshall PTO for a special use permit for their annual Family Fun Run on Saturday, May 21st. The event will take place from 7 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. at the campus of the school, and Courtney Perdios is on. Hi, Courtney, how are you? Why don't you tell us a little bit about your Family Fun Day at the Clifford Marshall School?
Excellent, thank you. And thank you, board members, for hearing me tonight, or today, rather. We were before you guys a couple years before COVID, twice, I think, to ask for a permit for this event when we just had it at the Clifford Marshall campus. It was back then a 1 mile run/walk around the neighborhood of Clifford Marshall. But this year, as was the plan kind of all along, we decided we were going to connect it to Point Webster. So the race is going to start at Point Webster, and it's about 1.5 miles. So we're adding a half mile, hoping everybody with COVID can get that far. I know it's going to be a struggle for me too, after not moving so much during COVID, to get all the way to Marshall. And we're going to have, same as the last time, all kinds of activities at the Marshall campus, and registration at Point ahead of time. We'll have a couple activities there as well. So we're, hoping to bring in the community. We have Manit coming to do some COVID vaccinations, Touch an Ambulance from Brewster Ambulance, Touch a Fire Truck, the fire department. I see the chief on here. Thank you very much. Through Mike Drakio, I heard you guys were going to be donating a fire truck for our families to go in and take a peek at. So just trying to get the community involved and just have a whole bunch of fun and in a hopefully a safe outdoor kind of way.
Great, thank you very much. Let me ask anyone on the Zoom call if they have any questions or concerns about the Clifford Marshall PTO for a special use permit for a Family Fun Day.
John Rodefield.
Oh, John?
How you doing? John Rodefield, 62 Grand Wall Road. I missed you guys 2 weeks ago. So I just wanted to speak, but I just want to say we're lucky to have, people like Courtney Perdios live in the city of Quincy. I mean, she's definitely an asset to the community that we live in. And I just, want to say thank you to her. And, obviously this is a great event, and obviously I'm in favor of this. And again, I just wanted to say, thank you to Courtney, and, thank you for your service on the school committee too. You were truly one of the best members I've ever seen in politics. So I hope you stay at it. It's great to see that you're still here asking and still involved in the community. People like you give me courage to keep going on. So I want to say I support this, and I'm in favor. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Thank you. Any other questions, concerns from anyone on the Zoom meeting? Seeing none. Board members? Any questions, concerns?
How many years, Courtney, has this been going on?
So we did it 2 years before COVID. So we were, gearing up for our third one, and didn't quite make it that time.
Thank you.
Well, it looks like we'll be making it this spring, which is a good thing. And so with that, I'm looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of Point Webster and Clifford Marshall PTO for a special use permit for their annual family fun run on Saturday, May 21st. The event will take place from 7 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on the campuses of the schools, represented by Courtney Perdios.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Good luck, Courtney. Have fun.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Take care. Second on the agenda is the hearing regarding the request of the Ragnar Events LLC for a special use permit for the one-day liquor license for the Ragnar Relay, New England 2022 on May 21st, 2022. The event is a 200-mile run relay that begins in Groton, Connecticut and ends in Quincy. The 2022 event will also follow the same logistics as 2021. Amber Sandler is here. Amber, can you speak of the event? Hi, how are you? Why don't you tell us about the Ragnar Relay?
Absolutely. So the inaugural event was in October. We canceled it twice before then because of COVID. We, again, started in Groton, Connecticut, ended at Squantum Point Park. It was a beautiful day. I don't know how we got such a beautiful day in October. I expected we would have snow on the runners. We didn't. For those who aren't familiar, they trickle through in about an 8-hour period. I'm sorry?
I think that might just be some feedback just for folks to keep their phones on mute. Thank you.
Okay. So we have, last year we had about 130 teams. The runners just trickle through in about an 8-hour period. They tend to blend in with everyday pedestrian traffic. We don't close any roads. We don't want to be any sort of burden. We do have an exchange point at the YMCA, and they'll receive a donation for that. And then again, we have, they're finishing at Squantum Point, where we'll have a beer garden. And we have charity teams on course. We have volunteers who are able to benefit along the way. And each active runner has a support vehicle that just meets them exchange to exchange, which in this case would be the YMCA, and then at the finish line at Squantum Point Park.
Great, thank you very much. Anyone on the Zoom call have any questions, concerns about the Ragnar Relay? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns?
Again, how many years, Amber?
So this is only the second time in Quincy, but it's been going, originally was in Cape Cod, and those roads were just really windy, and about 9 years in Cape Cod first. Ragnar has been doing races like this all over the country since 2004.
Thank you.
And I was actually out one day and saw a bunch of the participants at this relay, and you're right, everybody blended in. It wasn't like there was any, stop of traffic or anything like that down Wollaston Beach. So I don't see any issues at all. Is there a rain date for this, or is this a set date?
No, we run. If it's raining,
Okay.
sometimes one time we called it Snowmageddon because they were running in the snow. Just got to do it.
Okay, thank you. And what does this Ragnar event stand for?
Ragnar the Viking. It was started by a couple of college kids, and they just wanted to name it after a Viking. As far as who we benefit, we have a few national partners. The Juvenile Diabetes Foundation is one of our national partners, and then Black Girls Run, Moms on the Run. We also have charity partners, Dylan's Wings of Change. Actually, Quincy was highlighted in the charity video as they finished. There are kids who the Sandy Hook shooting, they would have graduated this year. And so they put some teams together and raised a bunch of money to support an anti-bullying campaign. We have Smile Mass. They come through, they do fundraising. And then we have churches, schools, and again, the YMCA. I give them all a donation for allowing us to just pull in, pick up the runner, and head on down the course. So it benefits a lot of different organizations. We are not a 501c3, which is really nice because then our hands aren't tied to who we can benefit.
Great. Thank you so much for that information. Can you sign up online?
Yes, it's runragnar.com.
Great. Thank you. Seeing no other questions, looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of Ragnar Events LLC for a special use permit, one-day liquor license for the Ragnar Relay New England 2022 on May 21st, 2022. The event is a 200-mile running relay that begins in Groton, Connecticut and ends in Quincy. The 2022 event will follow the same logistics as 2021, represented by Amber Sadlier.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Amber, you're all set. Good luck.
Thank you so much. You guys have a good evening.
You too.
Thanks.
Next is agenda item number 3. Here regarding the request of the National MS Society for a special use permit for use of the city streets for their annual Bike MS Cape Cod Getaway on June 25th, 2022. The event begins in Quincy and ends in Provincetown. Riders are expected to go through Quincy about 9 a.m. And Preston Stebling is here. Hi, Preston. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Tell us about your event.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, my name is Preston Stebline. I work for the logistics company hired by the National MS Society to kind of permit and work with police. And I actually am also the person that generally typically manages the start line in Quincy. Basically, it's a kind of rinse and repeat of what we've done in the past for anybody familiar with our event. But we start at the State Street Bank and Trust parking lot pretty early in the morning. Typically, it's actually usually about 7 or 7:30 in the morning, so a little bit earlier than what she mentioned. But we basically, make our way through town early in the morning. They go all the way down to Bourne on Saturday. It'll be June 25th. And then basically the only other part that works with Quincy is when we shuttle our riders back to our start line. But at that point, they're in motor coaches and box trucks and stuff like that, so it doesn't affect any roadways like that. So we hire police officers that morning to help make sure we get out of town safe. We've got an ambulance en route. I could go on and on. I know you guys probably have specific questions, but that's a brief synopsis of it.
Thank you. And I'd like to ask anyone on the Zoom call if they have any questions, concerns regarding the National MS Society for a special use permit. Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of the National MS Society for a special use permit for the use of city streets for their annual Bike MS Cape Cod Getaway on June 25th, 2022. The event begins in Quincy and ends in Provincetown. Riders are expected to be through the city by 9 a.m., represented by Preston Stebling.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Preston. Good luck.
Appreciate you guys.
Certainly. And next on the agenda is number 4. Here regarding the request to Happy Inc., doing business as Happy Duck for a common victual license for the premise located at 219 Quincy Ave, number 87. The location is a takeout only and is located inside the Cam Man. Proposed manager, Fang Xin Zhao. Proposed hours of operation are 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Fang Xin Zhao is here. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Why don't you tell us about your plan there for Happy Duck?
So basically, we sell like the product like for part of duck. It's kind of like stew thing, and also we sell some vegetables. It's takeout only, so it's like pretty easy, pretty clean. We don't have a like much processing for cooking, so it's just a very easy small business.
Thank you.
You're
Any
welcome.
questions, concerns from anyone on the Zoom call? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just have a quick question. If you can check in with our office before opening, just to check in with our inspectors, that'd be great.
Okay.
So you're going to go and see Commissioner Castley at the Health Department, okay?
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Commissioner. Anything else? Anyone else? Questions, concerns? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of Happy Inc., doing business as Happy Duck, for a common victualler license for the premises located at 219 Quincy Ave, number 87. The location is a takeout only and is located inside the Can Man. Proposed manager is Fangzhen Zhao. Proposed hours of operation are 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Represented by Fangzhen Zhao.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, you're all set. Just make sure you
Thank
check in
you.
at the Health Department.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We also have from March 8th, 2022, agenda item number 5, hearing regarding the request of Magic Bowl LLC, doing business as Magic Bowl, for a common victual license for the premise located at 1515 Hancock Street. The business is changing name and ownership from the current Quench Juicery. Proposed manager, Marion Asinu. Proposed hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. 7 days a week. Marion is here to speak on behalf of Magic Bowl. Hi, how are you?
Hi, good. How you doing?
Good, thank you. Why don't you tell us your plans for 1515 Hancock Street?
Sure. So technically, we are acquiring a business that has been at the same address and has been offering these acai bowls, fresh juices, and other drinks and things like that for probably the last 5.5 years, if I'm not wrong. We're not doing magic. We're not doing major changes to the place, other than rebranding and streamlining a little bit the menu itself, in terms of we're reducing a couple of the items that are in there that are not selling and things like that. Other than that, we're not making any major changes. Like I mentioned, it's just a part of rebranding, as you can tell already, from Ken to Magic Ball, in terms of mainly focusing on selling more acai bowls instead of just juices and things like that. But other than that, we're changing ownership, changing management to the company, and we're just taking this place where, with my background in marketing and social media, bringing more customers and bringing all these healthy produce and recipes to more and more customers.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
Any questions, concerns from anyone on the Zoom call? Seeing none. Board members, any questions, concerns?
Yes, Madam Chair, if I could, I just wanted to ask Marion a quick question.
Sure.
Of course.
Marion, have you been in touch with the Fire Prevention Office? I just have a small punch list here of just small things. It's not heavy lifting. I just wanted to make sure you were aware of it.
I'm not aware of any.
All right. There's a couple of extinguishers that need to be updated, and one of the emergency light, I guess, isn't working. And there's some storage in front of the electrical panel. If you could just take care of those things, that'd be fine. It's not a big punch list.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Any other questions, concerns from board members? Seeing none, looking for a motion.
I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of Magic Bowl LLC, doing business as Magic Bowl, for a common victualler license for the premises located at 1515 Hancock Street. The business is changing names and ownership from the current Quench Juicery. Proposed manager is Marion Isunu. Proposed hours of operation are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., 7 days a week, contingent upon a final approval inspection from the Quincy Fire Department, represented by Marion Isunu.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All set, Marion. Good luck.
Thank you so much. Have a great one.
You
Thank
too.
you.
And next, also continued from March 8th, 2022, hearing regarding the request of Brother and Brothers, Inc., doing business as Lucky Dragon Restaurant to 21 Scammell Street for a transfer of the wines and malt beverage restaurant license currently held by Quincy Lucky Dragon, Inc., doing business as Lucky Dragon Restaurant, proposed manager by Jin Chen.
This is represented by attorney Marty Conley. Sorry, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Hi, Mr. Conley. Attorney Conley, why don't you tell us about the plans for Brother and Brother, Inc. to Lucky Dragon?
Whoops. Oh, she's frozen. Attorney Conley, can you hear us? Oh, there you are. We can hear you now, I think.
Thank you, Mr. Attorney Conley, for being here. So this is just a transfer from Brother and Brother, doing business as Lucky Dragon, for a transfer of the wine and malt beverage restaurant license currently held by Lucky Dragon, doing business as Lucky Dragon Restaurant, proposed manager by Xing Chen. Is that correct?
Yes. Maya. Oh. Can you hear us okay, sir?
Well, I'm sorry, we may be having some technical difficulties, but we do have the application here. It has been signed. It has been filled out. Everything is in order. I think we can go ahead and ask if there's anyone on the Zoom call that has any questions, concerns about the Lucky Dragon. Seeing none, looking for a motion.
Oh.
Okay, you're off.
You're on mute.
How's that?
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you. I'd like to make a motion to grant the request of Brother and Brother, Inc., doing business as Lucky Dragon Restaurant, 21 Scammell Street, for the transfer of the wines and malt beverages restaurant license currently held by Quincy Lucky Dragon, Inc., doing business as Lucky Dragon Restaurant. Proposed manager is Bai Jin Chen, represented by attorney Marty Conley.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Mr. Conley, all set. Thank you for appearing, and that does conclude the regular agenda. And we will now go on to other business. Number one is the notification from the Mass State Lottery. An application has been made to grant a Keno monitor to existing Keno to go location at 5 Copeland Street, 3 Guys Smoke Shop. Number two, board received notice from Quirk Mazda dealership located at 111 McGrath Highway. It is now going to be a Quirk Hyundai. Looking for a motion to accept the minutes from the March 8th, 2022 hearing and waive the reading.
Motion made.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And that does conclude our meeting. Our next hearing will be on April 5th, 2022. Looking for a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Take care all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.